Omari Akil from Medium wrote an interesting perspective on Pokemon Go and how some portions of the population get to enjoy and play the game in a way that maybe other portions of the population don't. So apparently he's concerned about people of color, black individuals specifically, playing Pokemon in a public place and appearing to be suspicious when in reality they're doing something as innocent as playing this game. He says, I spent less than 20 minutes outside. This is when he was playing his game. 5 of those minutes were spent enjoying the game. 1 of those minutes I spent trying to look as pleasant and non-threatening as possible as I walked past a somewhat visibly disturbed white woman on her way to the bus stop. I spent the other 14 minutes being distracted from the game by thoughts of the countless black men who have had police called on them because they look suspicious, or wondering what a Second Amendment exercising individual might do if I walked past their window a 3rd or 4th time in search of a Jigglypuff. So that's a really interesting perspective that I didn't really think of. So these are people who are going out in public places to play the game, right? That's the way it works. And for someone who doesn't know about Pokemon, doesn't think of Pokemon as the first thing, they might see an individual maybe pacing around, looking around, and think, oh my gosh, that person is super suspicious. And remember, you see something, say something. And who knows what that could possibly lead to. So, I don't know. It's really interesting.
This is one guy's experience, so we're not trying to over-extrapolate from this. But the reason why I found this story interesting is because even I didn't, and I try every day on the show to see something from other people's perspective, right? And we talk about it all the time. And yesterday, John and I covered a Pokemon story, and we were worried about all the different dangers. You might walk on the road, you know, people aren't going to be paying attention. They're going to be driving and looking for Pokemon. And so there's a bunch of, and people get lured into certain places and robbed. That was a story we did yesterday. But I didn't think of this. And so when I read this, I was like, oh my God. See, if I walked around aimlessly, which I did the other night, I just wanted to walk around my neighborhood. I walked around, didn't have a care in the world. If you were an African-American guy my age or younger, walking around the same neighborhood, would somebody have called the cops on you? If you're playing this Pokemon Go game and you're walking back and forth, as all these guys are, 3 or 4 times in the same area, if you're white, it might not be an issue. And it might be if you're in a poor neighborhood, this, that, there's a lot of different factors. But for African-Americans, it is oftentimes an issue. And now he's thinking, this is a bad idea. I can't play this game because somebody's going to either call the cops on me or decide that they're going to take, they're so worried they're going to take the law into their own hands or protect themselves. I mean, look at what happened to Trayvon. He just walked to the store and walked back, and Zimmerman happened to be looking for people who were suspicious. Sees a young black guy and goes, that's it, he's suspicious. And even though he had an iced tea and Skittles on him, you know the rest. And next thing you know, he's dead.
We live in such a state of paranoia and fear of people who don't look like us being violent and doing something terrible to us. It's scary when you live in America and being in a public place is actually less safe, right?
Yeah, and if, you know, some people in America, calling the cops is perfectly safe. You feel great when you call the cops, they're going to come and protect you. For some people in America, you call the cops and you feel less safe. And so those are the different perspectives that we want you to think about and look at. And that's why I appreciated this article, because it made me see something from a different perspective. And it's a shame that it's a fun game, so I hear. I mean, I'm not into chasing Jigglypuffs. But if that's what you're into, I don't want to judge. And I get that it's cool that there's something virtual, but it's in the real world. And so some people, last thing, some people talk about white privilege, right? And I think, again, it's a phrase that's misinterpreted, because a lot of white people think, well, I'm not privileged, I'm poor, I'm middle class, I'm working hard, I can barely pay my rent. What the hell are you talking about, privileged? But what they're trying to get you to see is, this is a privilege you have no idea exists. I had no idea it exists. I could walk around all day long. That's why they call it white privilege.
And again, I think the biggest takeaway that I want people to have when it comes to our discussions about white privilege is, just because you're white doesn't mean that you've done anything wrong.
Yes.
Right? It's a systemic issue that you might have nothing to do with whatsoever. It's not placing a blame on you. It's just talking about society as a whole and how we view certain groups of people versus other groups of people. How we give certain groups of people the benefit of the doubt while we're very suspicious about other groups of people.
Yeah, we get that. It's not like you're born white and everybody comes in and goes, congratulations! Here's your set of privileges. No, that's not how it works. What we're trying to get you to see is sometimes it sucks even more for other people because they don't even get some of the benefit of the doubt that you get and you don't even realize you're getting.
Yeah.
So that's why I like this article. And I hope he goes back to playing Pokemon, I guess, and that he's perfectly safe. So it would be nice if we all had the same freedoms in this country, but we're working towards.